back with another reaction video. We're in part 3, I believe. You guys want us to do a little longer, so we'll do that for you guys. Yeah, I'm excited. It was starting to get more deep and detailed and stuff. Yeah, so before we get this video, make sure you
smash the like button.
Comment down below.
And subscribe.
If you're new, hit the notification bell so you know when we post.
Yep, let's go.
Because it makes blotches on the skin, and I have to even out my skin. But you know what's funny? Why is that so important? You know, that's not important to me. I'm a great fan of art. I love Michelangelo. If I had a chance to talk to him or read about him, I would want to know about what inspired him to become who he is, the anatomy of his craftsmanship, not about who he went out with last night or why he decided to sit out in the sun so long. What's wrong with, I mean, that's what's important to me.
How much plastic surgery have you had?
Very, very little. You can count them on 2 fingers. I mean, let's say this. If you want to know about those things, all of the nosy people in the world.
But once we say it, we don't have to say it anymore.
Read my book, Moonwalker. It's in my book. You know, let's just put it this way. If all the people in Hollywood who have had plastic surgery, if they went on vacation, there wouldn't be a person left in town.
I think you might be right.
I think I am right.
Everybody.
Empty.
So did you start having plastic surgery because of those teen years, because of not liking the way you look?
No, not really. Not really. No, it's only 2 things. Read it, get my book. It's no big deal.
Okay. You don't want to tell me what it is?
Yeah, you just say
you had your nose
No,
done,
because you're trying to get
Yeah,
by
so there's a lot of people that I know.
Yeah. And so when you hear all these things about you, and there have been more than we
But
are
I've never had my cheekbones done, never had my eyes done, never had all that, my lips done and all this stuff. They just go too far. I mean, it's crazy. But this is something that happens like every day with other people.
Are you pleased now with the way you
I'm never pleased with anything. I'm a perfectionist.
Yeah.
It's part of who I am.
And so when you look in the mirror now and the image that looks back at you, are there days when you say, well, I kind of like this, or I like the hair today, or
I'm never
I think I'm pretty cute today?
No, I'm not pretty cute today. No, I try not to look in the mirror. I really do, because I'm never happy with what I see. So I go on with my work and get it done.
I have to ask you this. So many mothers in my audience have said to please ask you this question.
Yeah.
Why do you always grab your crotch?
Why do I grab my crotch?
Yeah, why? We think you got a thing with your crotch going on.
I think it happens subliminally. When I dance, if you're a dancer, you know, you're just interpreting the sounds and the accompaniment of the music. If there's a driving bass, you become the bass. If there's a cello, if there's a string, you become that. So you become the emotion of what that sound is. Okay? So if I'm doing a movement and I go bam, and I grab myself, it's the music that compels me to do it. It's not saying I'm getting ready to grab down there and it's not a great place. You don't think about it, it just happens.
I'm dead.
Sometimes I'll look back at the footage and I'll go, did I do that?
Yeah.
So I'm slave to the rhythm.
Yeah.
Okay?
I think the alarm's going off in the house. I don't know why. But
You're not going
we're
to
going to fix it in a minute. We're in live television, so we're going to go to break. These things happen. We'll be right back.
Okay.
Even Chama don't like that. Or Ben. Their poor heads went up. Look at Chama. Chama. You're okay, Chama. You grab your crotch.
Stop. Come on, bro. I'm putting that on there. For real, stop.
Grammarly helps you work more efficiently, which makes accomplishing your work goals easier. Get full sentence rewrite suggestions.
Biggest concert tour in history.
Period, poop.
No.
I'm trying to do that head thing.
Michael Jackson was honored with a star today on Hollywood's Walk of Fame. Elvis took him into the stores in the 50s.
I saw that.
Beatles did it in the 60s. Michael Jackson is the man of the 80s.
If Michael Jackson has a trophy room, he's going to have it enlarged because last night he came home with another armload of hardware.
Hey.
His winner is Billie Jean
Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson.
Oh, he on the 80s. Damn.
When you have broken all those records, when you have the #1 album ever sold, the #2 album ever sold, when you've broken every record there is to break, when you have become an icon in the industry, is there always the pressure to do something bigger and something better?
Oh, gee, it is something. It makes it harder each time to follow up. Because you try to be as original as you can be without thinking about statistics. Just to go from the soul and from the heart.
Mm-hmm. And so when you think of that, what do? You go, you meditate, you think, well, I will now do the Super Bowl. I will now.
No. I just create out of my heart, really.
I want to tell everybody, too, since we're back and we're live, we weren't prepared for, and I know this house probably wasn't prepared for all the lights that are here. And what happened was that the smoke alarm went off from all the lights that are around, and that's what happened, and that's why we went to break. So I wanted to also make it clear, because this is another rumor that's starting, that the only way I could have gotten this interview was that I contractually agreed to call you the King of Pop. And I would just like to say to the world, Michael did not tell me to call him the King of Pop. As a matter of fact, I haven't called you the King of Pop once here. And I frankly think that the King of Pop is probably too limiting a title for you. I mean, I think that most of the world would agree that you're no doubt one of the greatest entertainers the world has ever seen. So you would be King of Entertainment, or Liz Taylor said you were King of Pop, Rock, and Soul. Where did this whole notion that you proclaimed yourself King of Pop come from?
Well, I didn't proclaim myself to be anything. I'm happy to be alive. I'm happy to be who I am. King of Pop was first said by Elizabeth Taylor on one of the award shows.
As a matter of fact, we have that. Let's roll that.
Ladies and gentlemen, the 1989 Heritage Award and Sammy Davis Jr. Award recipient, and in my estimation, the true king of pop, rock, and soul, Mr. Michael Jackson.
And that's where this all started?
Yes, and then fans, all the stadiums that we play, they bring big banners that say the King of Pop, and jackets that say
you
the King of Pop, and t-shirts that say the King, and they chant it outside my hotel, King of Pop, King of Pop, King. So it just became something that just, that happens all over the world.
Happened.
Yeah.
But you didn't tell me to call you King of Pop.
No. Why would I tell you to call me King?
I've been calling you Michael.
Yeah, I think the press loves to just start trouble like that. I mean, again, do not read the tabloids, please. It's crazy.
Do you go out? Do you date?
Yes.
Who do you date?
Well, right now it's Brooke Shields.
Stop.
Well, we try not to just be everywhere and go. It's mostly at home. She'll come over. I'll go to her house because I don't like going out in the public. Have you ever?
Are you serious?
Bro, I don't know who that is.
The model?
Her?
Yes.
Oh.
You live in a box, literally.
Ever been in love?
Yeah.
With Brooke Shields?
Yes, and another girl.
And another girl? I'm going to ask you this, and it's
Oprah
embarrassing
Petty.
for me to ask you this, but I'm going to ask you anyway. Are you a virgin?
How could you?
He's embarrassed.
I just want to know. I want to know.
I'm a gentleman.
You're a gentleman.
I'm a gentleman.
So
I'm a gentleman.
So, okay, I would interpret that to mean that means that you believe that a lady is a lady, and therefore...
That's something that's private. I mean, shouldn't be spoken about openly. You can call me old-fashioned if you want, but, to me that's very personal.
So you're not going to answer it?
I'm embarrassed.
So you're not going to answer it. Well, we would like to know whether or not there is a possibility that you are going to marry one day and have children.
I would feel that my life isn't complete if I do not, because I adore the family life. I adore children, and I adore that whole thing. And I would love to. That's one of my dreams, but I couldn't right now because I'm married. I am married, but to my work.
How did I know he was about to say that? Or to music?
And it has to be that closeness in order to do the kind of work that I want to do. And
so what kind of woman makes you, I know in the video, wait a minute, no, in the video we're going to see later, we're premiering the world video, but you say that there's a line where you talk about being quenched. So what kind of person does that for you?
Quench my desire.
Yeah, quench my desire.
Yeah. Well, Brooke, I've always liked her, and when I was little, I used to stay with Diana Ross. Me and my brothers, we stayed with her for years. And I never said this, I always had a crush on her.
You did?
Yes.
Well,
I
Diana
heard
Ross,
too.
of
This
course.
was another one of those rumors that you had proposed to Elizabeth Taylor at some point.
Elizabeth Taylor is gorgeous, beautiful, and she still is today.
Yeah.
And I'm crazy about her.
Yeah, but did you propose to her?
I would like to have.
Yeah. Well, Elizabeth Taylor is here. Liz, can we bring Liz in now? Liz had said that she wanted to be here to hold your hand through this. You don't look like you need your hand held. Elizabeth Taylor!
No.
Hi. Have a seat.
Nice
Have
to
a
see you.
seat.
Thank you.
Did Michael ever propose to you?
No! And I never proposed to him.
Never did. What do you think is most misunderstood about Michael Jackson, Liz?
All the things you mentioned. He is the least weird man I've ever known. He is highly intelligent.
Least weird man. That's high.
True.
High bar.
Intuitive, understanding, sympathetic, generous, to almost a fault of himself. And he just...
Look at that. He's like, oh, snap. Look at it. Look at. He's trying not to laugh. He's trying not to smile.
It's that he is like larger than life, and some people just can't accept that or face it or understand it. His talent on stage, why I called him the king of pop, rock, soul, music, entertainment, whatever.
Like,
there's nobody that can come
awkward.
near him.
Yeah.
Nobody can dance like that, write the lyrics like that, the music.
But wouldn't you be awkward too if someone's sitting there like, oh, he's just amazing, he's amazing, and you're like, do 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 do, like it would be awkward, right?
Yeah, you're right.
You're like, just stop feeling.
Cause the kind of excitement that he does.
And why do you think you all are such friends? What has brought this kind of bond? Because people tried to make this be weird.
Well, it's not. I mean, our childhoods are very similar. And we have that from the very beginning in common. I was
Why
a
you look
child
angry
star
though? He looked
in
like
Yeah,
angry.
you like you had to smack her.
Yeah,
What if he did?
And
That would have been viral?
that kind of brought us close together in the very beginning.
And what is it, I'm going to ask Michael this question later on, but what is it you most want the world to know about him?
What a wonderful, giving, caring, generous man he is, and how good he is.
And he's funny too.
Oh, he's wonderfully funny.
He can crack some jokes, I tell you.
Yeah, but he's a good man.
Thank you for joining us too, because I know you didn't want to be on camera at first, but thank you. Let's see this bad man. Come on, let's go.
That's what I call it. Imagine just living in this like era.
Crazy.
Are you guys in the reaction video? You were saying like it's crazy. What'd you say about the childhood?
So it's like when you don't have a childhood, or like you're either too busy, you're in show business, or you're just too poor to have a childhood. You can't have like a normal ball or stuff like that. And then when you grow up as an adult, like childlike things just bring you so much joy because you couldn't enjoy that when you were a kid. That's literally how he is.
It made him happier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Being able to enjoy that.
So hopefully that was long enough for you guys. I don't know how long, because I don't know how
Do you guys want 20 minutes? Do you want 10? We don't know.
Yeah, so I don't know. Is this the rest of it? It's 20 minutes left, so I think there's one more part to it. So yeah, it's part 3. Comment down below how y'all feel for it and y'all thoughts and opinions, and we'll see y'all in the next reaction video.
Yeah, and